The following podcast is a live recording of a radio show first broadcast by Fresh FM with assistance from New Zealand On Air.
Grab your piccolo,
your oboe,
tune up your violin,
you blow on your flute,
wash your oboe,
saxophone.
Release the bairn in your wheelbarrow. We're here for 2 hours. The orchestra's in with us.
Every time I walk on by, stroll along your street, can't believe there's not a thing in the world, a thing left to repeat. And I was walking on your floor, begging to get more. Can't believe there's not a thing in the world, a thing left to ask for. Yeah. Sleep my broken bones, I'll take a load of your skin, throw me all your stones, we need to sit around it. Yeah. Every time I walk on by, stroll along your street, can't believe there's not a thing in the world, a thing left to repeat. So leave my broken bones, I'll take a load of your skin, throw me all your stones, we need to sit around it. Yeah. So leave my broken bones, I'll take a load of your skin, throw me all your stones, we need to sit around it. Yeah. Don't you know what to say? Every time you think about it, talk around it again. Don't you know where to stay? Every time you think about it, talk around it again.
You just heard the first song of tonight's show.
There was Bunker by Balthazar.
You were Kieran and Patrick. We're on Fresh FM, broadcasting out around the universe. Anyone that's listening, anyone that's decent enough to sit down and listen. We have got 2 hours solid packed with music. Kind of offcuts, songs that didn't quite make it. Quality music nonetheless.
B-sides.
B-sides, yes. It's the, what did you call it earlier?
The cutting room floor.
That's what it is tonight, folks. It's songs that, as we get near the end of the year, we have some music that fell through the digital cracks, as they say.
Sometimes the show goes a bit longer.
Yeah, and sometimes things just, we don't get to play. Like, we're averaging probably 20 songs a show, maybe. And sometimes less, sometimes more. It depends on the length. But these are ones that we felt it necessary still to play. And we have, to be honest with you, last week's show kind of influenced the start of this week's show with the John Prine, John Martin and Nick Drake. I liked that kind of intro, nice and singer-songwritery. Folksy, yeah. So we're going to get a bit of that, but first up, we're going to have a song that I heard it was used in an interesting setting, actually. Did they use two of his songs? I think they did. It was an outdoor version of Macbeth, but to hillbilly bluegrass music.
That's not what I expected you to say. That's very unique.
And it was really good. I mean, the play was the play. They didn't really alter that much. But they did it. They interluded with loads of music. And they played this song that we're going to have next. Bluegrass style. They played Wagon Wheel. They played another one of his now. I'm going to try and find out the name of it. It was called Northern Attitude. So I decided, you know what? I think I'd like to hear a bit of Hosier. I haven't played Hosier in a while. So we're going to get some Hosier on. And what else have we coming up, Pat? Have we anything else interesting?
We
do.
Do.
Meet anyone? Is anyone calling in? Have we got any requests? We'll have a few requests, won't we?
We might do.
We will. We'll get some requests on. Let's horse on with the music. We'll be back with some degree of an itinerary after that. This is Hosier with Angel of Small Death and the Codeine Scene. We're here for 2 hours and we have a wheelbarrow of music.
I watch the work of my kin, bold and boyful, toying somewhere between love and abuse, calling to join them, the wretched and joyful, shaking the wings of their terrible youth, freshly disowned in some frozen devotion, no more alone or myself could I be. Lurched like a strain to the arms that were open, no shortage of sordid, no protest from me. With her sweet and breath and her tongue so mean, she's the angel of small death and the walking scene. With her straw blonde hair, her arm hard and lean, she's the angel of small death and the walking scene. Feeling more human and hooked on her flesh, I lay my heart down with the rest at her feet. Fresh from the fields, all feeder and fertile, it's bloody and raw, but I swear it is sweet. With her sweet and red and the tongue so mean, she's the angel of small death and the walking scene. With her straw blonde hair, her arms wide and lean, she's the angel of small death and the walking scene. Faceless confusion, I wonder the concrete, wonder if better now having survived. Jarring of judgment and reasons to feed the sweet, heat of her breath in my mouth. I'm alive with her sweet and red and her tongue so mean. She's in pink of a small death and her holding scene with her straw blonde hair, her hard and lean. She's in pink of a small death and her holding scene with her sweet and red and her tongue so mean. She's in pink of a small death and her holding scene with her straw blonde hair, her hard and lean. She's in pink of a small death and her holding scene.
Angel of Small Death and the Codeine Scene.
I think you stole the last bit there of the song from George Michael. From Faith.
Oh,
It sounded
yeah.
like the start of Faith, didn't it?
The old organ. Hard to believe that came out in 2014, that album.
Yeah.
10 years.
He's a man who's going well. He's got millions and millions and millions of monthly listeners and seems to be doing very well in the Americas. His album, that self-titled album, 2014, yeah. Take Me to Church was a massive hit on there. Nearly 3 billion plays.
Yeah, he's got quite a cult following.
Hasn't he? Fine head of hair too.
Yeah, he's not been to the barber in a while.
He hasn't. I've seen him do a few where he's busked in New York in the subway and things like that. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. He's like, surely he would be one of the biggest Irish artists at the moment. Like,
I'd say contemporary,
Yeah,
absolutely,
wouldn't he?
and maybe even of all time. Like,
he's like, but I mean, we don't live in Ireland. We live in New Zealand, don't we, Patrick?
yes, well, this is New Zealand Community Radio.
And what, like, I wonder, is he huge in Ireland? Like, do people know that? Does everyone know Hosier like everyone knows, I don't know, someone like Seamus Rutledge or Pádraig Stevens?
Who are they?
But I mean, is he? You know the way sometimes Irish artists go abroad and they become huge, and we don't hear them in Ireland. Or no one talks about them.
I think he's fairly big in Ireland
Is
as
he?
well. I think in general he's a kind of a big deal.
Is he a pretty big deal? Right, that's enough of Hosier. That was Andrew John Hosier Byrne, who was born on Paddy's Day in 1990. I think I mentioned that before. He's from Wicklow, but he's
So he's the most Irish man.
he is pretty. Yeah, that's that criteria. It's on his passport. He's got a little shamrock.
He just has a green passport.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's going well. Fair play to him. He's only 34. He's flat to the mat. Fair play to him. And it's a while since we played him, but he's got some, like that Take Me to Church was a belter. Like, still sounds good. Still sounds really good.
A ballad.
Yes. What else have we got on tonight? I'm just looking at the playlist here. It's a bit of the next 3 I'm going to put together. 4, sorry. I'm going to put the next 5, maybe 6 or 7, because we've got a bit of Irish. We've got Niamh Berry and Seamus Fogarty. Then we've got John Hawkes and Lyra Lynn. And of course, we said we'd stick Leonard Cohen in there. And a few of these have a True Detective sort of spin to them. And then we're going to have 2, I'm going to play them together. They're from an album I got there lately, second-hand LP, Veed Fleece, Van Morrison album. And we're going to play, it's going to be the guts of 15 minutes of not having to listen to us and just pure and utter cure. And I thought, it's how they fall on the tracks on the LP. So I thought, do you know what? Feck it. We'll play them as they are.
He wanted them together, we'll put them together.
Yeah, and they've really, really got a lot of jazz going on, you know, and of course Van being Van. Back then, there's a lot of vocalisation, No More Than the Man That Follows Him, bit of Charles Bradley. Then we've got a big good mix after that. Like we've got Pat Boone, we've got Buddy Holly, we've got Low Cut Connie, we've got Goat, we've got a bit of Oasis, we've got some Tom Waits, and a couple other favourites that we didn't get around to playing this year. So we said we'd stick them in coming at the end of the year, you know. Have we any requests? We've got Louis in Tralee. He's looking for some loose change. Don't know if I know them, but we'll see what we can do, Louis. And with John in Loughrea, sends regards to all in Cappy, but he said 12 wides is too much. Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's 3 question marks, Tomas. Patrick, that's a lot of question marks, isn't it?
He's confused. He's
saying something
looking
there.
for answers.
Yeah. But this is one that I've been pushing along in front of me on the playlist for a couple of weeks. And I've listened to it about 40 times in the last 10 days. It's absolutely class. I'm going to do a bit of reading about it as we play it. But I'm guessing she's an old folk ballad, just by the name and the old G's in it, about stealing the king's deer, wasn't it?
Yeah, his wild deer.
Yeah. So this is one that Niamh Burry from Ireland has covered, so we're going to get that on now. It is called Geordie, and it's a new release. So Patrick and I think I can speak for us both, we are absolutely delighted to play this song. This is Kieran and Patrick, Fresh FM. This is Niamh Burry with Geordie.
Oh, as I roved out over London Bridge on a misty morning early, as there I spied a fair pretty maid who cried for the life of her Geordie, saying, saddle for me a milk-white steed, saddle for me a pony, and I'll ride down into London town to beg for the life of my Geordie. For he never stole ox, he never stole ass, he never murdered any. He stole 16 of the king's wild deer, all for to feed his family. And when she came into the king's hall, there were lords and ladies plenty, but down on her knees she did fall to beg for the life of her Geordie, saying, 6 pretty babes had I by him, no, the one lies in my body, and I would part with each one of them if you give to me my Geordie. For he never stole ox, he never stole ass, he never murdered any. He stole 16 of the king's wild deer, all for to feed his family. But the judge, he looked over his left shoulder, he says, I am sorry for thee, the fair pretty maid, you've come too late, for he's been condemned already. Well, me Geordie shall be hung in chains of gold, such chains as ne'er were any, because he came of the royal blood, and he courted a fine lady. And I wish I was in yonder grove, where times I have been many, my broadsword and my pistol too would fight you for the life of my Geordie. For he never stole ox, he never stole ass, he never murdered any. He stole 16 of the king's wild deer, all for to feed his family. Oh, he never stole ox, no, he never stole ass, he never murdered any. He stole 16 of the king's wild deer, all for to feed his family, all for to feed his family, all for to feed his family.
You're a Marcomp Macara. You're a Marcomp Macara.
As a young man, I was never one for sitting still at school. When I went to London town, I was paid to play the fool. From Canary Wharf to Skibbereen to Timbuktu and back again, you know they're queuing round the block to see me. Seems everybody has a price, alive or in the dirt. £100 and 30 more, that's what I was worth. And keep your knives away from me, and give my body to the sea. I don't care if there's no one there to see me.
meant to throw me overboard, but my dying wish it was ignored. They stole my body and they boiled it to the bone. Strung me up all bones and teeth with a sign I read there underneath. Here stands Charles Byrne from the county of Tyrone. So come on, marvel at my size, and damn your bones and damn your eyes, and you're queuing round the block to see me. To my house, it's a museum for the obscene. It's like a pound shop from hell, it's like Halloween. Me and Mr. Jax, we talk long into the night. Jax was a hunchback, he died and was brought back to live out his days before the inscrutable gaze of 10,000 strangers, naked as I am told. Should Icarus not have learned to fly, lest he be burned by the sky, queuing round the block to see me? Canary Wharf to Skibbereen, Timbuktu and back again, not a queuing round the block to see me.
Well, you heard the man. Do your bit. Help the cause by tuning in. Every Wednesday, freshfm.net.
There is no love, none lost, none found. There is no God, no hallowed ground. You are forever bound to lose. So what's the use? There is no king, he won't be crowned. There is no star, she's fallen down. You are forever bound to lose. So what's the use? There is no place to get unwound. You will not sing, you lost your sound. You are forever bound to lose. So what's the use?
No use. John Hawkes.
What's the use, Pat? Wait, 3 there.
Yeah, before that was Short Ballad for a Long Man by Seamus Fogarty.
Mayo Man.
From his 2017 album The Curious Hand.
Bag of Eyes is his latest one.
Yeah, I like that as a name.
Brilliant.
Good stuff. And before that, the one we were both very gone on, Geordie by Niamh Burry.
Which it turns out is old, but not as old as Mansell Hill.
Oh.
Which makes it younger than the pyramids of Egypt.
Yeah. Probably not the Sphinx, though.
I try not to think about it either.
No, that was a really, really cool old folk cover.
The Niamh Burry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. Good story, like. It reminded me a bit of a song I was listening to lately, and it's another one I keep pushing. I have played it before, is the, what's his name? Paul Brady one. Arthur McBride, is it?
Yeah, that's...
You know that one?
Arthur McBride, yeah, that's a popular folk
Am I right?
song.
Is that what it's called? It is.
I think so, yeah.
The one where the Jolly Beggar Man, where they're fighting the boys, trying to recruit them in the army.
Yeah.
Isn't that it? It is.
I'll say yes. I don't want to show myself up, my lack of knowledge of Paul Brady.
Yeah, it surely is. Arthur McBride, yeah. That long folk song that he took. There's actually a good story behind that song, as far as I remember. He found an unpublished library history book in America, and it was 2 songs, and he shifted and changed some verses, lengthened them, joined them all up, and created that song out of it. 2 kind of old ballads.
He must have some amount of time.
Yeah, random like.
I can't even get down the fucking supermarket.
Yeah, I mean, this is the crack this fella was at, like, in the 70s. What a header, like. But he built that song, like, out of, these books would not be something that you get your hands on. He randomly came across this book. Someone had it. It wasn't ever published. You know, it was one of these archival books, like, that was just storing stories and ballads and shit like that. But yeah, what a song to come out of it. So that was, Geordie was a ballad from the 1600s, which, of course, ties into old Shakespeare and his writing of the tragedy, the Scottish play. Did it for the Leaving Cert, you see. Did you do that for the Leaving Cert? Oh, you're younger than me.
I did Hamlet.
Did you?
Yeah.
Didn't like Hamlet. I think I did it when I repeated. Didn't like it at all.
Yeah, Hamlet.
Just didn't like it.
It's not very good.
Macbeth's far better.
Sorry, Shakespeare.
I think Macbeth is brilliant. It's a great old story. It's still. I was watching something the other day. What was it? I was watching. Was it that? Oh, I think it's off a shite. I don't know how you feel about it. The Penguin. Have you watched it?
I've heard someone saying they think it's shite.
Good, because most of the people that told me about it said it was brilliant, and I hate to go back to them and tell them I think it's absolute trash.
I just about never take a recommendation.
And all the reviews are saying it's brilliant. I'm not trying to offend anyone out there, but I genuinely think it's absolute shite.
But if you worked on that, you should just give up.
But it's almost a Macbeth story, like someone whispering in his ear, "Oh, you could be the head of the," you know, Lady Macbeth whispering in old Macbeth's ear. I'm not saying he was any sort of an innocent boy here, like, or anything, but it's that old story. It's a good story, like. I think Macbeth's a good one. I like Macbeth. What's the name of is there a skull in Hamlet? Do I remember? Is there a skull in there?
Yorick.
Yorick. That's it. Yeah, I never liked it.
No, it's kind of a bit. I didn't really feel any kinship.
No crack in it, like
kinship with any character. Yeah,
there's no crack at all in it.
Polonius is a prick and all.
That's why Macbeth is good. Like, you've got the old witches causing trouble. Like, you've a bit of chaos.
Yeah,
bit of crack out of them telling lies, like, but kind of not. They're the lies you want to hear. You know, it's clever, like.
I think we did Romeo and Juliet for Junior Cert.
Oh, okay.
Which, again, not a huge fan of the story.
We did Merchant of Venice.
Oh.
That's a good one.
You had the good ones. I got
I did get the good
throwbacks.
ones. Yeah. Merchant of Venice was good because it was the pound of flesh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had to be exactly the pound, like. More of that little old shite talking, like, you know, they're the Shakespeare ones I like. But so, yeah, Geordie was from around that time, the 1600s, a long time ago. Not as long ago as Spancel Hill, just so you remember that. Spancel Hill's the one. We had 2 versions of that in the last 2 weeks. You can always go back and listen. We're not on Spotify, and we don't really care. We're on Apple iTunes and all the other podcast platforms, as they call them.
freshfm.net.co.nz,
I think, as well. I have a list of them there. I must put them up on the internet somewhere. And also on YouTube. These are getting uploaded onto YouTube. So seek them out. They seek them here, they seek them there.
So you can see the unedited version of the show.
Yeah, we put up the audio that we get from this, and we also, when it works out, we put up the live raw footage of us. We didn't get much of the pre-production tonight now, but we have do we have a clip? Oh no, it was the start was all the work, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I think we've already played our hand.
I think we have, yeah. There's no more powder to be kept dry. So that was, William Shakespeare, back around the time Geordie was written. And then we had Seamus Fogarty, who's obviously, again, as we mentioned, a London-based Irish singer-songwriter, originally from Cundawio, Creasht Lynn. And he's class. I really like his stuff. Played him before. He's got some great tunes. He's got a brilliant one there called Van Gogh's Ear. I think that's the first one I came across. And they recognised him as another good one. If you like him, if you liked that song we just played, check him out. This is the Offcuts playlist tonight. We had John Hawkes, No Use. John Hawkes is an actor. And that was from... He played that in the show. Have you watched that? The True Detective Night Country, the final.
No, I didn't watch the third one.
The one up in Alaska.
No, I didn't watch.
The imaginary town called Ennis.
Oh.
Freezing cold up there, man. When it goes to nighttime, like daytime, nighttime. Jesus. So John Hawkes starred in that. He was good, and he played that song. I suppose he would have played it live then, wouldn't he? In a sense.
Unsure, I've not seen it, but
he played it in the show.
Yeah.
At home,
cool.
just playing.
You said Lyra Lynn earlier as well. I enjoyed her from that was the first season, wasn't it? Or she been through all of them?
Yeah, I've been through. No, I'm only starting the second one now. I skipped the second one, went to the third one, did the fourth one. Probably in a sense.
Fourth?
Yeah, the fourth is the John Hawkes with Night Country.
Jesus Christ, I've only seen two.
Which two have you seen?
The first two.
Okay. The third one is very good.
Okay.
Fourth one is good. I liked it. I think the third one is slow, but it's very well done. It's very well done. It's all flashbacks forward. I think there's 3 timelines going. Whereas the fourth one is kind of just a bit more of a good linear, not too cracked.
Having not seen them, I think you can't beat the first one. The first one was...
No, yeah. Absolutely. Second one, I just took it on the other day, and I'd prefer to watch Colin Farrell in that than I would
in the Penguin.
Maybe I'm doing the Penguin a disservice, because I've gone from binging on the True Detective and Slow Horses, and then go to the Penguin. So I feel like the bar was set quite high.
Yeah,
different kind of a style of program.
Pretty sick of comic book stuff in general.
Yeah.
Like,
I just the Penguin is it's not my cup of tea at all. Like,
no,
it's a bit like the movies where everything is just explained word for word to you. Everything is really literal.
No subtext.
Absolutely zero. And some of the stuff Colin Farrell's brilliant in it.
Feels like Hamlet.
Yeah. The opposite to Hamlet. Hamlets. Well, they're cigars, they were, weren't they? Anyway, True Detective, let's kick on. Laura Lynn, My Least Favourite Life. That's what we're going to play next. And we're going to pair that up with Leonard Cohen and his song, which is a cover of the Nirvana album called Nevermind. But first up, Lyra Lynn. Don't think we've played her before on here.
No, I don't believe I heard her.
So, let's get these two together. You're listening to Kieran and Patrick. Fresh FM. Community radio at its finest. Is that right, Pat?
On the razor's edge.
This is my least favorite life, the one where you fly and I don't. A kiss holds a million deceits, and a lifetime goes up in smoke. This is my least favorite year, who floats far above earth and stone. The nights that I twist on the rack is the time that I feel most at home. We'll
Fresh FM.
The war was lost, the treaty signed. I was not caught across the line. I was not caught, though many tried. I live among you, well disguised. I had to leave my life behind. I dug some graves you'll never find. The story's told with facts and lies. I had a name, but never mind. Never mind. Never mind. The war was lost. The treaty signed. There's truth that lives and truth that dies. I don't know which, so never mind.
يا سلام على السلام يا سلام يا سلام سلام على السلام.
Your victory was so complete. Some among you thought to keep a record of our little lives. The clothes we wore, our spoons, our knives. The games of luck our soldiers played. The stones we cut, the songs we made. Our law of peace, which understands. A husband leads, a wife commands. And all of this, expressions of the sweet indifference some call love. The high indifference some call fate. But we had names more intimate. Names so deep and names so true. Their blood to me, their dust to you. There is no need that this survive. There's truth that lives and truth that dies. Never mind. Never mind. I live the life I left behind. There's truth that lives and truth that dies. I don't know which, so never mind.
سلام على السلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام.
I could not kill the way you kill. I could not hate. I tried, I failed. You turned me in, at least you tried. You side with them whom you despise. This was your heart, this swarm of flies. This was once your mouth, this bowl of lies. You serve them well, I'm not surprised. You're of their kin, you're of their kind. Never mind, never mind. I had to leave my life behind. The story's told with facts and lies. You own the world, so never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I live the life I left behind. I live it full. I live it wide. Through layers of time you can't divide. My woman's here, my children too. Their graves are safe from ghosts like you. In places deep, with roots entwined, I live the life I left behind. The war was lost, the treaty signed. I was not caught across the line. I was not caught, though many tried. I live among you, well disguised.
Never mind. Leonard Cohen.
The Bow Leonard Cohen.
And before that, Least Favourite Life by Lyra Lynn. It's her birthday next week.
There you go. That's
Happy
why we're
birthday.
playing it. Obviously.
Yep. Got a message in from Sean from Salt Hill. He's looking forward to a nice cloudy day tomorrow with highs of 4 degrees.
Tell him he's dreaming.
Yeah, it'd be
that's
rare
right.
to get that good weather.
That's right. They had since we have been speaking, they've had a status red, and snow. So they needed the status red to wash away the snow. I think that's how it went.
Raining icicles.
My God,
What's the status red like? Meteors from heaven.
full tilt storm, water, massive flooding, humongous amounts of rain.
Ah, poor Ireland.
I saw a picture of the road between Leenane and Lewisburg, and the road is no more.
You mean the river?
Yeah, exactly. The mudslide. What a mess, like. And we're giving out about the UV rating today. It was high.
It was up at 10.
I know.
It was very high. It was too sunny.
What does it go to?
12, I think.
Does it? Jesus, it was that high?
Yeah.
All those boys in the building sites.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I was power washing outside. I was head to toe in
You'd have to be.
sunscreen.
It's scary what the sun would do to you here, like.
Yeah, there's a guy on the side who doesn't like to wear sunscreen. He keeps on saying how it's going to kill you. And he's also told me how he's had several moles removed.
From his house.
From his front garden.
From his pits.
So
Jesus, man.
I don't really want to take his advice
You
on
do
that.
not mess with the sun here.
He'd cook an egg out there today.
You would. It's unbelievable, the sun here, like. I mean, we shouldn't be complaining, but just to put it in context, the sun, it's almost, to be honest with you, I find summer is a bit too harsh. I don't go out in summer that much. During the day, it's so harsh, like.
I'm reluctant to even go down for a swim without getting absolutely caked head
You
to
would,
toe.
yeah, you get a bed out burning, like. But that was the weather section of today's show.
I'm enjoying this backing track.
The funky drummer.
Oh, yeah.
Clyde Stubblefield, isn't it? He was part of James Brown's band. There's a sample that he created that is he never claimed, and it's used in virtually everything, but it's not copyrighted.
Good on him.
Yeah, fair play to him. Decent that way, like.
You listening, Dan Henley?
Yeah, right, bollocks. Right, let's crack on with the tunes, because we spent a bit too long talking about our preferential tastes in television.
That's not ever happened before.
We're going to go back to Ireland for this one now. This is an album called Vedan Fleece that Van Morrison released way back in 1974. So I had it on the other day. When you can still buy LPs relatively cheaply, ones like that are just, not that sought after, I suppose. $20 buy an old LP, like. And there's some great buys on Trade Me there. They're checking them and cleaning them, and you don't to the old app shops. You can buy awful shite down there, like, and they're wrecked.
I'm trying to think of what the artists are that you see all the time. There's like the New Zealand ones, kind of like the Daniel O'Donnells of New Zealand.
Yeah, there's about 20 or 25, 30 LPs on a rack down in the op shop that have been there for at least a year and a half.
And they're all the same album.
They're all shite. So I'm going to get this on. We're going to pair these two up. We're talking 15 minutes, folks. So if you want to go and get a jam on, you'll have time. Stick in your headphones. Have it on in the car. Put on your headphones. Turn it on. Then get out of the car. Go in and get the jam on. Come back out. It'll still be on when you're in the car when you get back in. You could... What else could you do in 15 minutes?
You could make beans on toast 5 times.
You could. That's right. Speaking of toast, actually. Have you ever heard of the burnt toast theory?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll have a chat about that when we come back. But we're going to have, first up, Streets of Arklow, and we're going to follow that with You Don't Pull No Punches, But You Don't Push the River. So, heading into the physics of Van Morrison's 70s career. But up first, Streets of Arklow. This is Kieran and Patrick on Fresh FM. Nelson's greatest community radio station.
in the morning. Are coming on to dawn. And as we walk through the streets of our clothes, in gay profusion, in God's green land, in the gypsy road, with the hearts on fire. They say we love to wander. Lord, we love the road. And as we walk through the streets of our clothes, in a drenching beauty, rolling back to the day. And I saw your eyes, there was shine, sparkling, crystal clear. And our souls were clean. Yeah, the grass didn't grow. And our souls were clean. Yeah, the grass didn't grow. And our souls were clean. Yeah, the grass didn't grow. And as we walk through the streets of our glory, da 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 da. When you were a child, you were a tomboy. Your soul satisfaction. Way back in slave land. Do you remember, darling? And there's a woman in you. And there's a woman in you. Your soul satisfaction. Yeah, 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 yeah. down to the real soul. I'm being the real soul people. I'm talking about the real soul people. Well, going out of the country, get down to the real soul. Working down to the west coast, shining our light until the day of blowing wonder. Go and look much what the river is not, and it's not good. Yeah, go and much what the river's not. Yeah, yeah, right. Sisters of mercy, looking for the beaten fleece. William Blake and the Eternals, standing with the sisters of mercy, looking for the beaten fleece. Don't push the river. You don't pull no punches. And you don't push the river. You don't pull no punches. And you don't push the river. No, no. Night. We're going out in the west, down to the cathedrals. We're going out in the west, down to the beaches, and the city of the mercy. Behind the sun, oh, behind the sun. And William Blake and the Son of Mercy, looking for the beaten fleece. You don't pull no punches, going much with the river at night. On the river at night, on the river at night, going much, wanting much with the river at night. No, don't pull no punches, and you don't push the river, no. You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river nowhere. You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river nowhere. You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river. We was contemplating Baba, William Blake and the Eternals, going down to the Desert of Mercy, looking for the beaten fleece, looking for the beaten fleece, looking for the beaten fleece. You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river. You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river, no. You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river.
Don't push the river, or what's the name of it? I was just lost in that.
You don't pull no punches, but you don't push the river.
Exactly.
The Belfast cowboy singing about the Irish Holy Grail.
That was pretty awesome.
Isn't it? I mean, love him or hate him, I don't know. Maybe people love and hate him.
I think folk jazz is a genre that deserves some respect.
He is a master. An absolute master. That's from the 1970s. Some people, I was just reading about it like that. Of course, Astral Weeks was panned when it came out. That was panned when it came out. And some people, including Sinead O'Connor, have stated that is their favourite record of all time. Like
Veed and Fleece.
Yeah. A more, what would you call it? A more rounded composition.
I was just reading about the composition there. And it's very jazz club in its...
Isn't it?
In its
flute and the
assembly.
recorder and...
It's in 12/8 time.
There's a lovely bass line going through the whole lot of it then.
12/8 time. I've been doing my research on time signatures.
Yeah.
So that's that like 12 beats
Right.
in like where an 8. Like it's an 8-beat bar, but you got 12 beats in it, so 4 sets of triplets.
Right. You'd like the Purdy Shuffle, so.
Yeah. We've still not heard it. Did you play it one week? I can't remember.
I think
you've threatened to.
I could kick a song off and I could play it now, seeing as we're talking about it.
Seeing as we're back in Jazz Club.
Well, while you're here, Bernard Pretty Purdy, the Purdy Shuffle. Yeah, it's a belter, like, so it is. So good, like.
You can't help but move.
There's actually a better clip I think I played before of him on YouTube talking about the Purdy Shuffle and talking through the changes and what he's doing, and he's laughing and messing and slagging. It's absolutely class. Might line that up instead. We'll keep going. We'll get that on though, I think.
That was very enjoyable.
Yeah, that's Van Morrison. I mean, a master of what? Rock, roll, jazz, blues, blue-eyed soul, jazz, soul, singing, composing.
Being named after a vehicle.
Just unbelievable, like. Absolutely unbelievable. That's probably his biggest claim to fame. The Belfast Cowboy. Van Morrison. George Ivan Morrison. He's 79 now, you know.
Good on him.
Some beaut. He's an absolute beaut. Have we a request? We have a request here. Declan is in Mutton Island, where they claim there are no snakes, but he begs to differ. He said he saw one earlier just after breakfast.
Oh.
We'll get a song on for you, Deco.
Stay safe.
Stay safe out there indeed. What have we next? We're going to move away from the Van Morrison fan club here. And we're going to go... Huh?
Great.
Nice. We're going to go to Charles Bradley. We are going to play these two together. They kind of have a bit of a soulsy, bluesy Charles Bradley, who has passed away, I think he started out covering James Bond songs. Yeah. And then he found James Brown and he thought, oh, that's probably a bit better. That suits me more. That suits me better. And this is one of those songs where he says the name of the song at the very start of the song.
Oh, I like that.
I was going to, there's another playlist there, really, like songs that start with the title of the song. And this one, he is straight into it. So let's get this on. This is all about the American dream and the bullshit we're sold every single day, folks.
It's so hard to make it in America. I tried so hard to make it in America, a land of milk and honey. A land supposed to be built with love. It takes love and understanding to live and let live. I was born in Gainesville, Florida. I traveled far and wide. Then I moved to Brooklyn, New York. Had hard times, but sometime I hold on. Why is it so hard to make it in America? I tried so hard to make it in America. Seemed like nothing was going right. So I said to myself, you gotta move away from here. I went upstate New York, a little town they call Poughkeepsie. Got me a job to get away from all that stress. But I couldn't get away. No matter how far I went, seemed like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. Why is it so hard to make it in America? I tried so hard to make it in America.
Why is it so hard, Charles?
To make it in America? Well, we know why. Because it's dog eat dog.
You know that expression that is dog eat dog? I've never actually seen a dog eat another dog. You have to say it's so rife and around the place.
It's where everywhere you turn, there's another fucking dog eating a dog. Oh, shit. If it was going to, like, if it happened in New Zealand, I mean, there's dogs everywhere. Like, everyone has a dog. Like, it'd be just chaos. Down the dog beach in Tahuna, dogs eating dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Did your dog eat my dog again? Yeah, but your dog is eating another dog while my dog is eating your dog. Oh, stop the lights. That was old Charles Ian Bradley, who sadly passed away in 2017. What a hero. Absolute hero.
Rest in peace, Charles.
Yeah, I liked him. Liked him a lot.
Screaming man.
With the Kenny Minahan Street Band. There's some great tunes there, so they have. He puts his heart and soul into it. There's no doubt about that. Heart of Gold. He does a couple of good covers. Changes, Heart of Gold, and I really like The World is Going Up in Flames. Because the dogs are eating the dogs.
Positive fella.
Oh, crikey. Let's keep going because we've got a pile of tunes here. I don't want them they can't fall a second time through the digital cracks because there's even less of a chance of them finding light again after that.
The offcuts of the offcuts. The
That's
crumbs.
Then you're in trouble. Like, this is one I think we played accidentally. It came on one day lately because the queue was lined up here on the old Fresh FM Spotify. But we're going to play it now in its entirety, giving it the full respect it deserves. This is C.W. Stone King with his track called The Love Me or Die from Jungle Blues. You're listening to Kieran and Patrick.
I studied evil, I can't deny it. Was a hoodoo charm called He Loved Me or Die. Some fingernail, a piece of her dress, a pocket theory, devil yes. I will relate the piteous consequence of my mistakes. All enslaved to passing desire, making it dreaded love me or die. Against a jungle primeval green, she had the looks of a beauty queen. No bangles or chain wearing broken shoe, 75-cent bottle perfume. I said good morning, I tipped my hat all while I was cunning like a rat. Smiling gaily looked her in the eye. I felt in my pocket, he loved me or die. My past history one to behold. I studied magic from days of old. Membership, secret society, power and wealth in my family. But Matilda, darling, why you don't take my wedding ring? Like a demon under the floor, bury the hoodoo down the back door. Broke through the town that a fever strike Matilda down. 9:30 the doctors arrive. Priest come running 4:45. Standing in the weeds early next day, I saw the meat wagon rolling away. I seen Matilda laying in the back, her old mother wearing a suit of black. Sound the trumpet and bang the drum, I wait for me judgment to come. I know her spirit is down beneath. I hear the weeping and gnashing of the teeth. Flames of hell licks at my feet. In the shadow of the jungle I feel the heat. Matilda's waiting in hell for me too. Oh, 'cause she died from a bad hoodoo.
CW Stone King, the Love Me or Die. I was not... Hold on, let me gather my thoughts here.
And your words.
I could not believe that he was not a calypso artist when I saw a picture of him.
I know.
He's an Australian contemporary artist. I was like, hang on.
His dad is American, he was also a musician.
He's definitely leading into the old calypso accent a bit.
Yeah.
That's not a Catherine Australia accent I hear.
No, I like that.
Very much so. That was
it's cool, isn't it?
enjoyable.
It's kind of blues, country blues, vaudeville blues, as the internet says. He reminded me of the Pokey Lafargue. Do you know him?
No, but I saw he was in Related Artists.
Was he?
Apple Music.
Yeah, maybe this is slightly different in one sense, but he has that kind of, maybe Pokey Lafargue mightn't be so vaudeville, but he has that kind of, where is that song? I can't.
The old-timey sound.
Yeah, the blues, is it that bluegrass kind of feel to it? What's it called again? Oh, that's annoying me now.
Old snake in the bluegrass.
What? You're going to have to fill some time there. You're going to have to do some talking.
About Pokey Lafargue.
Pokey Lafargue. Oh yeah, this is it. This is this kind of sound, isn't it? Maybe this is not even near to it. I was a while since I listened to this song.
That's kind of ragtimey.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Lively, like, it's good. Yeah, I like him. He's got a lot of stuff on there I haven't heard, actually. I'm going to have to go back and... He's a man now I'll be listening to at the weekend while I'm trying to avoid watching any more feckin' Penguin.
He'll be on next year's cutting room floor.
Yeah, exactly. This one is... Our next tune is from a band called 1900. It's an unusual piece of music, but it kind of caught my ear. He's a Swedish dude called Christian Gabel.
That's what you pay for insurance in Ireland, isn't it?
What?
1900.
1900 pound. But it's a 93 Fiesta Popular. Doesn't matter. And I'm insured on man's Jetta. Doesn't matter.
You kill someone.
What if you hit some... They've got a nice car on PCP that they don't actually own. Let's get this on and see if this rattles your brain around. This is a little bit different, but I don't know, there's just something cool about it. This is Den Minsta av Segrava, I think.
1900, aka Christian Gabel, Swedish composer. Den minsta av segrar, which means the smallest of victories in Swedish.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Ah, you have been productive in the downtime, Patrick.
I wasn't just getting swept along by it. I had to fight the urge.
We're going to stay in Sweden for the next tune. It's from a group called Goat. And the track is called Goat Brain. And the album's called Goat.
They're sticking to a theme.
Did I ever tell you about one of the only goats I know personally?
Billy.
No, Dirty Harry his name was. He used to live on the west coast of New Zealand. And I knew the dude that owned him. And do you know why he was called Dirty Harry? He was an awful cheeky bastard of a goat. Billy Goat. So people would be driving along the west coast and they'd see these two lovely... He had a couple of goats, there were some other goats in the field with him, and he'd be the people would see the goats. Oh, we'll get a nice picture of the west coast there behind us, and the goats, you know. Nice picture postcard. And you know what Dirty Harry would do? He'd put on the smile, you know, comb back his hair, tidy himself up, chest out. They'd walk up to the fence, try and take a picture. He'd piss into his mouth and spit it at them.
That's impressive.
Very. Very impressive.
That's his own protest.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's tourism.
Take your photos elsewhere.
I'm okay with the mine and the logging and the fishing, but don't bring your tourism over here to the west coast. So yes, so like I said, goat. It's all goat for the next one. And then we have kicked a few of the ones that have been kicked before. We've kicked them further down the road, and we're going to get the Purdy Shuffle on from YouTube. Played it before. It's absolutely class. So that is my Christmas present to you, Patrick. I'm going to play the Purdy Shuffle for you. But first we're going to play Goat Brain by Goat from the album called Goat. Isn't that going to be the greatest of all time?
This one's for Dirty Harry.
This one is for Dirty Harry on the west coast, who I believe, sadly, got the owl.
Sadly made his way into a curry.
No, he's alive, but his test days are gone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so no more spit and piss. He just stands like a gummy now, drooling from one side of his mouth.
He doesn't have the urge to spit piss.
Take a picture. Go on, take a picture. Yeah, sure. Anyway, this is them, Goat Brain. Here's to Kieran and Patrick. We're into the second hour, and we've got a fish to tune still to get through. So let's do that.
Goat Brain by Goat from the album Goat.
Possibly the greatest of all time.
It's good.
I like it. Does the tin whistle really set you up though for that distorted guitar at the end?
The old fuzzy guitar, yeah. The tin whistle coming through a lot tonight, or like the flute.
There's been a lot of those kind of instruments.
Flutering around.
There's been a good bit of fluting around. As promised, we are going to get the Purdy Shuffle up next. The real Purdy Shuffle. This is with Bernard Purdy. And this is worth it. It's probably going to be an ad, is there?
The man, the myth, the shuffle.
I don't know. Is he still alive? I can't remember. I think he could be dead. Bernard Purdy.
He could have shuffled off this mortal coil.
He's an American drummer. And be the hokey cokey, he's still alive. He's 85.
Still shuffling.
Still shuffling.
Now he's shuffling his slippers.
Soul and funk.
That's
shuffle.
probably pretty ageist.
Huh?
That's pretty ageist. I'm sorry to all our elderly listeners.
Have we got elderly listeners?
I don't know. Maybe they've like fallen out of bed. They've fallen out of bed and can't turn off
hit the radio with their elbow. And went on to Fresh FM.
They've pressed the emergency button. They're waiting for the ambulance.
It plays Fresh FM as the default. That's cool. That's why I love community radio. It's all about the community. Right, let's get this on. This is the real Purdy Shuffle with the man himself talking us through the whole thing.
1 E-ender, 2 E-ender. I like this part. Now, let's make that 12-8. See? You didn't know you were doing it. That's 12-8. Yes, it really is. Now we'll move from center. Aim. Oh, bye, die, bye, die. Die, oh, bye, boy, bye, die. Yeah. Whoo! Now that we've got the 12-4 and the 12-8, I'm going to explain to you. Remember that word. Called explain. Not explain, but I'm going to explain to you what the Purdy Shuffle is all about. It's going to surprise you. It's quarters. It's eighths. It's 16. It's dotted. And it's also triplets. Didn't know that, did you?
Did you?
But you want to know something else?
Yeah, Bernard.
It's also half notes, which brings about half time. And you can also add to that a whole note. And I'm going to explain to you by playing it all. Ooh. Ah. Now, we're going to have a little fun with this to let you know that they all work together when you put them together. And as long as you groove. Those quarters? Remember that 12-8? Don't worry about those ghost notes.
Don't worry about
Ain't
that.
nothing but rebound. To make it sound and feel good. Remember that old triplet we did? Yeah! I like that.
You're not the only one there, old Purdy.
Were you were as worried as I was about the ghost notes? It was just rebound, Pat.
I can't believe, like...
How do you do that? Like?
You could lose that man. He could be washed away to a desert island, come back, you ask him what time it is, he'd still tell you. He fucking keeps time like nothing I've seen.
It's unreal, like.
That's class.
It's mesmerising to watch that, like. I mean, it's absolute double Dutch to me when he's shifting and changing through all these time sequences and signatures and all this. But, like, it's to be able to do that much stuff and he's still slagging and messing, like.
And he's just slagging, messing, laughing, and he's talking. He must be half deaf because he's chatting away. He's like, half!
It blows my mind watching that. I watch that every now and again, like, I don't know.
Oh, that's
it's cracked. Like,
3 minutes well spent.
It's cracked.
You watch that forever.
It's absolutely cracked. Like, and I don't know. I've can't. I suppose doing the drums and the bass and the acoustic and the electric and all this. It's there's some good pages on YouTube, channels on YouTube for where they just do the drums.
Yeah.
It's cool to listen to the drum track, like, you know. But yeah, that was a treat. We said we'd stick that in, and we're going to kick on because what have we left? Yeah, about 20 minutes. We mightn't even get all these played. Let me see. Where will we go to? We'll get this on and we'll see how we're going. This is Taper Jean Girl from Kings of Leon. And we'll have a bit of Oasis after that for Tomas in Lochray. Big fan of Lochray is Tomas.
said, watch ya. And then a shit, break down, come and a heart. And then a people waving in a door. And then a people coming in a heart. And then a shit, break down, waving in a door.
Taper Jean Girl, Kings of Leon.
We're going to keep cracking on because we're nearly out of time. John in Tubbercurry is enjoying a bag of banners. He says, hello, Mammy, I won't need the dinner tonight. He's enjoying the music. So let's, you have Mammy at home and I know what she's saying. Whatever. This is Oasis.
I'm free to be whatever I choose, and I'll sing the blues if I want. I'm free to say whatever I like. If it's wrong or right, it's alright. Always seems to me you only see what people want you to see. How long's it gonna be before we get on the bus that calls no fuss? Get a grip on yourself, it's no cost. But you're free to be whatever you say. If it comes my way, it's alright. You're free to be wherever you please. You can choose the breeze if you want. It always seems to me you only see what people want you to see. How long's it gonna be before we get on the bus? It calls no fuss. Get a grip on yourself, it's all cost. But you're free to be whatever I choose, and I'll sing the blues if I want. Here in my mind, you know you might find something that you thought you once knew, but now it's all gone. And you know it's no fun. You know it's no fun. Oh, now it's no I'm free to be whatever I choose, and I'll sing the blues if I want. I'm free to be whatever I choose, and I'll sing the blues if I want. Whatever you do, whatever you say, yeah, I know it's alright. Whatever you do, whatever you say, yeah.
so I'm told. Yeah, it's good for the voice, so I'm told. It's fucking good, man. Now, in the 90s, I got someone else to fucking do it, but now I can't fucking. Money is too tight to mention. Got to do it yourself, haven't you? No one buys records these days. In the 90s, I had about 4 people doing it. Little geezer doing a kettle, our kid, some other little doing that, and some other little fucking idiot doing that. Now you got to do your fucking. Now you got to do it yourself these days. You know what I mean? Because these fucking little smart asses download fucking tunes. They're niche. And they wonder why there's no real rock and roll stars around. Because this is the shit you got us doing, you fuckers.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever.
Only in Manchester you get that kind of reaction to a string quartet.
Yeah, I can't find out where that was played live, but yes, fits the bill. Bit of strings, nice orchestral, bit of weight behind that. That was a live version of Whatever from Oasis, oddly enough, from the album Definitely Maybe that came out in 1994. Geez, the 90s were great for music.
A fine year.
Absolutely a great year. Subjectively, a great year. Well, we are getting near the end. We'll get 2 more tracks in and maybe a few other bits and bobs we've made together. The next artist, I think we spoke about this fella lately. Gautier. He's Aussie, isn't he?
Yeah, and he refused those royalties, did he?
Yeah,
I think.
sound bloke. I mean, the song he put together was all, I wouldn't call it a one-hit wonder, but it was a big hit for him, and he kind of disappeared a bit after that. He didn't
want the fame.
He didn't really want the fame, and as it turned out, he didn't really want the money either. Now, was it nearly half of that was going to go in royalties to other people for the samples he used, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But then he was so kind as to say, I don't want any. I'm not going to monetize it at all. And we thought that was a really nice thing to do.
So noble.
Stand-up guy, like.
Yeah, what a legend.
Oh, it's only now you think he's a legend.
What?
Did you always think he was a legend?
Yeah, we were saying last week how great he is.
What's this wee business?
Me and you.
Yeah, I was saying how
the
great he was.
ToTM crew.
You thought he was a gobshite for not taking the money.
No.
Honestly?
Nah.
You don't believe me?
Nah.
You think he's a mighty man?
Yeah, that's what I've always stood on that.
It's just as well I record all our conversations, Patrick. So I've got some irrefutable evidence here I'm going to play for the listeners.
We don't speak outside the studio.
Just listen to this, see what you think. Do you recognise this voice?
Can't stop thinking about Gotcha. What a stupid fucker. What a dirty idiot. Not taking the royalties. Absolute twat. What an idiot. I hate him.
That sounded awful like you, Patrick.
Was that AI? That's really clever.
Isn't it? Isn't it good? It's getting really good.
What you can do nowadays.
It's getting really, really good. Anyway, let's get that tune on.
Let's get that twat on.
The altruistic hero that he is to the left. 2 bangers to finish, I think, subjectively. I think 2 absolute bangers to finish.
Absolutely.
They'll have you tipping your foot and singing away. If you haven't already been doing it to some unusual time signature with the Purdy Shuffle, this will get you going. This is somebody that I used to know from making Murs. Not an easy job.
Now and then I think of when we were together, like when you said you felt so happy you could die. I told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was love and it's an ache I still remember. Like resignation to the end, always the end. So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we would still be friends. But I'll admit that I was glad it was over.
refused to know. Apparently, he actually apologized to people for them hearing the song so much when it came out because the radios just refused to stop playing it.
Stop.
So basically, I think he hates the song. Or doesn't.
Not as much as you hate him.
Yeah, I'm completely indifferent to him, actually. So.
Right, second to last song. This is Interpol, who will be out looking for you, Patrick, for hate crimes. This is Evil.
It's the faces in the sand. It's the thought that moves you upwards, embracing me with two hands. Right, we'll take you places, yeah, maybe to the beach. When your friends, they do come crying, tell them now your pleasure set upon slow release. On trial. It took a lifespan with no cellmate, a long way back. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? We speaks about travel, yeah, we think about the land. We smart like all people's feelings. Could take you places, do you need a new man? Wipe the pollen from the faces, make revision to a dream while you wait in the van. Great smile, sense that you can fade night. But hey, who's on trial? Took a lifespan with no cellmate, find a long way back. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? You're weightless, you are exotic, you need something for which to care. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? Under the belly, lay some grease inside my hand. It's a sentimental jury and the makings of a good plan. You come to love me lightly, yeah, you come to hold me tight. Is this motion everlasting or do shudders pass in the night? Rosemary, oh heaven restores you in life. I spent a lifespan with no cellmate, a long way back. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? You're weightless, semi-erotic, you need someone to take you there. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? Why can't we just play the other game? Why can't we just look the other way?
Evil, Interpol.
We're at the last track.
It's been a ride.
It has. It has been a sumptuous series of offcuts, offal, leftovers, waste, and what else would you call them?
Gems.
Gems. We're going to finish with this. This is Whitetown with Your Woman.
Slonga Fall.
Mind the buses and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Just use me up and then you walk away, or you can't blame me. The podcast you just listened to was a live recording of a radio show, first broadcast on Fresh FM with support from New Zealand On Air. Fresh FM is a community access media station based in Te Tauihu, the top of the South Island, New Zealand. The funding of Access Media makes these podcasts possible. To find similar programs by other community access media stations, go online to accessmedia.nz. If you or your group would like to know more about how you can have a program on our station, please contact us. Visit our website freshfm.net for our contact details.